Hello, 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 and welcome back to our Friday live show where I, Sunita, along with my co host Tracy from Miss Tracy Kessler and Lauren Conklin from Story Petals, host a 30-minute quick live chat about everything Norfolk. And recently I realized that when I say everything, I usually end up starting to talk about the weather. And of all the days today, I definitely need to talk about the weather because I don't know where, if you guys live on the North Fork, I'm assuming most of you who watch our show do. I'm not sure with the crazy wind yesterday. It was insane. It almost literally, I am not kidding, felt like a hurricane. Hello, Tracy. How are you?
Hello. Speaking of weather, I am wonderful.
Well, today I really have a weather story. I don't know, Lauren, did you feel the wind last night?
Oh, yes, it was very loud.
So I now have a giant tree on my deck.
Oh,
My
no.
And
God.
when
Which
I say
deck?
giant,
The
the one
outdoor
that's in
deck?
my pictures every day.
Oh my
It's
goodness.
literally on my deck, but I was terrifying. It was like 10, 15 minutes of really terrifying wind. And I felt like it was a hurricane, even though obviously I don't know what it was. But anyway, I'm going to stop talking about the weather from now on. I'm going to find a new opening topic because I don't want any more trees falling in my yard.
Oh,
Tell
my
us about
goodness.
your weather.
Well, to be fair, we actually had torrential downpour all day yesterday. I left the room once and it was at 7 o'clock because I thought I was going to go berserk if I didn't leave. But so we all took turns leaving the room. I think we played every game we brought with us. We've watched every movie. We colored every page. So today, when I was originally going to do this from the balcony of our room, and then today when I saw the sun, I was like, "Oh no, I'm getting down there as fast as I can." So the family is at the loud, crazy game pool. I'm here at the relaxation pool. We might stay here for a couple hours, but I'm loving every second. It's our last day, so
Awesome.
Oh, it's so
Awesome.
amazing. You
How
look,
about
yeah.
you, Lauren? How did you
your
find?
videos have been like, your stories have been awesome. I've been living vicariously through you on vacation, I'll be honest.
Well, so your mother-in-law, Patrice, she messages me all the time because she actually, oh, she's on here now.
Yeah,
She actually went to another place that I had shared on my stories like last March, and she was like, you know what? From now on, I'm just gonna let you plan all my vacations, Tracy.
exactly.
Yeah,
Love it.
yeah,
No, it's beautiful. I mean, I've been to several in Mexico and they really do it well. But like you were talking about the rain, I remember the kids were little, they really go all out and create enough opportunities for indoor entertaining, so
yeah.
you don't feel like you're missing a day of vacation. Did you
Right.
find that as well?
We did. The only thing, and this is what I love about this resort, it's very, very spread out. So, like, our room is very far from like the main activity center. So, if it's drizzling, it's fine because you can hop on the little trolley and get there. Sorry, I'm like a sweat mustache. I'm not going to apologize for it.
No.
Um, but but if yesterday it was really torrential, so we kind of all stayed in the room. But to be fair, we also have a very large room. I mean, I am not a resort person. I am a boutique hotel person. And for me to say that I love this resort really says a lot because I all my boxes get ticked of that resort, that like boutique feeling, but it still has the loud pool that the kids can go to and do Zumba dancing and paint pottery and do all of that. So it's like really ticks all the boxes of all the different generations of our family. So it's really perfect little spot.
I
Awesome.
love it.
Yeah.
It
So
looks beautiful. It looks. Speaking of beautiful, I mean, I don't know where Kara is, but before she jumps in, Lauren, your tree for the Festival of Trees is just incredible. I'm so glad I got a sneak peek at it. This is awesome. You
thank
outdid
you.
yourself.
I'm like blushing. I am thrilled. Working with Betsy from True Elizabeth was, I feel like I just girl crushed on her so hard that she felt bad saying no to me. Um, and so I think Kara's trying to get on Sunita.
I know,
Uh,
but she hasn't sent a request. Is there a way to send someone a request to join? Because I'm trying and I don't see it. Kara, if you're watching, you'll have to click the plus button on the bottom and request to join. I can't send it to you.
but the tree came out better than we could even have dreamed. We came up with a couple different ideas and hand dyed a whole lot of pages. I can't tell you how many more pages I have that I don't have that we didn't end up using, but it was like such a fun process, and she's such a creative being and force, and it was
It's
really great.
incredible. I think the synergy between the two of you, because when I first saw it, now that you posted pictures, I guess I can talk about it.
Yeah.
It's different shades of, hi, Kara. It's different shades of colors. And the fact that you dyed them to match the florals is amazing.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it. Thank you. Hey, Kara.
Hi.
Hi, hi.
You made it.
Okay.
Yay, look at your artwork.
I'm here. I'm working. Can you hear
love
me? Is
it.
it too windy? Is it too
You're
windy?
broken up a little.
It's okay. It's okay. Tracy, we couldn't hear you. Were you saying something, Tracy?
Oh, I was just saying to Kara to tell us where she is today.
I'm at the East End Farmers Market in Riverhead.
Oh my God.
You're doing their windows. Amazing.
Yeah.
So this is the brand new reopened indoor farmer market, right? It's open
Yeah.
at weekend. Is it Saturday and Sunday or just Saturdays?
Every Saturday from 9 to 1.
And oh my God,
Oh,
I
yeah.
drove past it the other day, and I guess you had started painting. There are a lot of windows. You are painting a lot.
There's a lot.
Does the weather?
Where is it exactly, Kara? Is it on Main Street still?
No, it's right at the cross section of 105 and 25.
Oh, the old flower shop. The old flower shop.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. I know exactly. Oh, that's very close to me. I feel like I could walk over there.
And
Oh, wow.
I could see your painting from the road. Like I didn't even slow down, and it was just so beautiful. I was like, oh, that's where the farmers market is. So that's incredible. That's a beautiful. That's a beautiful landmark, I guess. Now when we drive through there.
Yeah, I
Is it
hope it
difficult
brings
to? Sorry, go ahead.
it. What?
Go ahead. You can talk. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Oh, I said I hope it brings a lot of people.
It will. It definitely will on that corner because that place has been empty for quite some time. So I feel like everybody's going to look at your artwork and go like, "What's that? I have to go check it out." It's definitely going to bring people in for sure.
Okay,
Yeah, I think
so
they
for the
have like
two
over
people,
40 vendors, all local
that's-
Oh, I'm
farmers, fishermen.
so excited.
Tracy, I was going to say for the one or two people that may not know who Kara is that are watching, can we just get a little background of who Kara is and what you do and all of that?
Yes, Kara, I'll throw it to you. Why don't you tell us just like a little bit of background? I know you're a no-faux transplant like us, but you've been here a lot longer than we have. And you've really just established yourself as like this really amazing artist that people can identify your work without even seeing the signature because you've got this unique style to your work, and it's, you're starting to get all these commissions. So we'd love to hear, introduce yourself to our listeners.
So I'm originally from Bayport Blue Point, but I grew up out on the North Fork. And went to college in New Paltz, upstate. Sorry, I have like a little bit of a lisp. I just got braces. But was in New Paltz and then lived in Brooklyn for a little bit, worked in the city, and then moved back out to Greenport, and was there for maybe like 8 years. And now I'm in Kachag. And I guess most people probably know me for my chalk art, but I also do a lot of murals, painted murals, and fine art, and yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
so
Is that good?
I'm so excited for the 10 by 10 show. I'm obsessed with the piece that you showed on Instagram.
Oh, thank you.
I'm so excited.
Yeah, the 10 by 10 is a great show. It's been around for 16 years. It was originally started by Amy Worth from South Street Gallery in Greenport, which is unfortunately not there anymore. But Jonathan from VSOP took it over and has been doing it for like the last 4 years. And it's great because anybody can put in a piece. So you could be like a child to like a super famous artist, and they all get sold for $100 each, and they all benefit WLIW and CAST.
Yay!
Yay!
That's
It's a
awesome.
cash-filled weekend.
Yeah, lots of cast.
And we were just chatting before you came on about my Story Petals tree with True Elizabeth, but obviously you have a fantastic tree with our friend Sarah from First and South, who's I feel like gets shouted out on every weekend here on our little chat. But your tree, tell us a little bit about what you have going on there because it's just fabulous.
So we did the idea of North Fork silver linings. Sorry for my list.
It's really fine. Trust me, we've been there, done that. It's a journey. Good for you for doing it. It'll get easier.
North Fork silver linings, and just kind of the idea that you can find the silver lining in everything through art for me, through food, through community, which is kind of what First and South is like a real staple. Sarah does a lot for the community, and I try to do as much as I can also. So we went with a very silver theme. I have a set of hand-drawn sea scallop ornaments and a lot of other local creature ornaments and local landmarks.
Get the Trooper truck on there on one of your ornaments.
Yeah, I made a special Trooper truck.
I love it. It's so great. And I think what you both had said when we were chatting, we were making the trees together, was that you're choosing community over competition. And like that has literally resounded inside my soul. I've said it to like 14 people since I've heard it. And it's now my new mantra, community over competition. I am just obsessed with it.
I feel like that's really what the North Fork is about. There's so many amazing and talented people and businesses. There's no competition, and at least in my eyes, there's no competition. We're all kind of lifting each other up and building this space for everybody to be their best self.
Yay! It makes me so happy.
Love it. So I want to hear a little bit more about your chalk art, because that's sort of how most people first get to experience you. I mean, you can walk into pretty much any restaurant, I feel like, on the North Fork at this point, and you don't even have to ask who made that chalk art, because like Tracy was saying, you don't need to sign it. You can tell from far, far away. So what started you on the chalk art journey? And I also would like to touch upon, if you want to talk about the one you made in your driveway for the essential workers, for the healthcare workers. That was just so touching to everybody's heart. So what got you started on your chalk drawing journey?
So I actually went to college for photography because my whole life everyone told me that I couldn't be a full-time artist, that it wasn't possible to do, and I believed them. So I went to school for photography, graduated, worked in the city at an agency for a little while, and it just wasn't for me. I kind of like stopped drawing, stopped being like creative. I left, packed up my car in Brooklyn to move out to Greenport, and my car was broken into the night before, and I lost all my camera equipment, a lot of stuff. So I came out here and basically like lost my whole career that I'd known, started drawing again, and it was total just like universe coincidence that I met Sarah from First and South, and we were talking, and she was like, "Oh, so you're an artist?" And I was like, "Well, not really. I went to art school, but I wouldn't say I'm an artist." And she said, "Well, can you do my chalkboard wall? I have a whole wall in my dining room that I painted chalkboard." And I said, "No, I don't know how." And she said, "Well, just try, and if it's terrible, we'll just erase it." And it kind of like flipped my whole mindset. And that was my first chalkboard, was her wall, dining room wall. And it just flowed. And now I've probably done over like 150 businesses on Long Island, most on the North and South Fork. I do live chalk events now for music festivals and private events. I've done chalkboards in people's homes. It kind of took on a whole life of its own. And I have a personal project called the Chalk Art of Letting Go, where I create these giant chalk like murals, and then I invite people to come and erase them as a way to kind of move through whatever they're going through and like let go and be present and kind of use my art as a tool.
That's amazing, Kara. All of it's amazing. All of it's amazing. It really, I know I said this to you this morning, but like you have really embodied taking your passion and actually just following, what the universe is putting out in front of you to create this amazing career. I'm so glad we have you on to learn how this happened so organically, because someone in, like you were just saying, the community over competition, someone might look at you and go like, oh, well, I'll never reach that. Like, I could never do that. And to be able to know that, like, it just happened because of the community over competitions, because Sarah said, just try it. What's it gonna hurt? And that's so much what the show is about. That's like what we're all about. I'm just so glad to hear your story from the beginning, because it's really such an inspiring story. And now that you're using it to help people kind of overcome their own personal journeys, which I'm all about. That's just like so amazing. I'm like, okay, what can we do together? What can we do together?
Yeah.
It's really wonderful.
Thank you.
I love that your art is so beautiful. When I first heard about that chalk erasing one, I know I've reached out to you before about it. It just really touched me at such a deep, soulful level, in that I don't think I would be able to erase anything that you ever created. Or, I probably would erase my own. but also the other thing I wanted to talk about, when Sarah said that we can just erase it, it's so powerful if you don't tell yourself, at least at that point, that you're an artist, and this inner critic that we have telling ourselves what we are and can and cannot do. And I love hearing how, that's, even though that's the messages that were given to you, here you are today, and there's just nobody that, wouldn't acknowledge what a tremendously talented artist you are.
Oh, thank you. I feel like it's really important to encourage people, especially if they're starting out. I try to be as open. If people ask me questions, I get a lot of DMs on Instagram. Sometimes I'm just too crazy and I miss a lot of DMs also. But if people ask me, like what type of chalk I use or like for any advice, I try to be there if I'm around.
Something that you said, Kara, reminded me. I had joined a photography exhibit 2 Christmases ago, and I had the same sort of feelings where I was like, I'm just an amateur photographer. I use my iPhone. Like, it's nothing crazy, but I really enjoy like finding the composition and things. And I'm sure, Lauren, as you've developed Story Petals, you can have that same sort of feeling. And I remember thinking, you're an artist if you say you are. Like, it's not because other people say you're an artist. You're an artist because you say you are, because you like creating something, whether that's a corner in your home or taking like Story Petals, or it's really whatever you decide. If you feel that there's this creative energy coming out of you, you are an artist, and no one can tell you otherwise.
I think what I've realized, like, as I've gotten older, is that we're all artists in our own right. Like, we all have a certain medium or a certain outlet that, whether it's like science or mathematics, like, it's all a type of art form to me. And it's just nurturing that thing that's like in that fire that's inside of you.
Yeah.
So everybody definitely wants a piece of you, not, of whatever you've created. So tell us where we can get, what kind of stuff you do create that we can buy. I know you mentioned this art thing that's happening this weekend, but you sell ornaments and you do commissions. Tell us everything so we can figure out how we can get some of it in our homes.
So right now I have an Etsy shop. It's Karabellaa art. So it's etsy.com/shop/Karabellaa art. And that has a lot of prints. It has like hats and hats and shirts. And then I have originals in the Fiedler Gallery in Greenport. And I'll be doing a holiday market today from 2 to 5 at the Santa's Christmas Tree Farm. So I'll have my ornaments there. And then tomorrow, I will be at Dart's Christmas Tree Farm from 12 to 4, also with ornaments and some prints and stuff. Yeah, I think that's where my stuff is.
Speaking of sweatshirt, I just realized that my plan was I have your sweatshirt. the Long
Yeah.
Island run, and I intended to wear it, but I completely slipped my mind until now. So I think I'll wear it for the rest of the day after we're off the air.
Need to be a walking like billboard for you. She's like, oh, Karabellaa, Karabellaa,
I mean,
Karabellaa.
it's the Long Island. You can't miss it. That,
Yeah.
everybody knows that I was
The
going to say
floral
picture,
Long
but,
Island.
you know. So you said you do, other than chalk, you also use other medium. So tell me about a little bit more about the commissions. If someone wants to have you create something, what kind of stuff can you create, or do you create?
It's still like a new commissions are still like kind of a new field for me. So like right now I'm working on a painting for someone. It's super intricate. It's like 4 feet. It's for their home, and it like has all it's almost like a chalkboard but permanent, right? It has like lots of elements from their home and their family and like their travels. Very imaginative. And then I've done like a couple home commissions, portraits, pets, but I'm closed for commissions for the holidays right now, just because I'm too backed up. But I still have a lot of like ornaments and stuff. If people wanted to get something.
Are we allowed to talk about the thing you gave us a little preview of last night? Because that's a very interesting commission.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Which is like my favorite thing.
I want to know more. What is it? How do you do it?
You want me to?
Yes, yeah. Tell us about it.
I'm working on a really cool commission right now. It's a piano in a collector's home. So the whole family plays piano, and they wanted an original art piece by me. And she came up with the idea to have the whole piano painted, so it'd be like a living, playing art piece.
I love it.
So just to
It's
clarify, it's
perfect
not
for
a
me.
picture of the piano. You're actually painting this upright piano.
Yes.
I can't
And
wait to see it finished.
It's my first piano.
Did she tell you what she wanted on it, or did she just say, like, Kara, do what you feel, what comes to you?
She said she wanted a very Kara piece. So there's octopus whales. She did give me like a little bit of like Claude Monet inspiration. We're like colorful. So pulling some of those colors, but it's it's very Kara style, I guess.
So what is Kara's style? I mean, I can see that in a lot of your art, there's a lot of inspiration from our surroundings, between the seafood and the local.
I feel like it's a lot of natural.
What is it, and where do you get the inspiration from?
I feel like I get a lot of inspiration from our natural environment or like surroundings. So it's almost like our whimsical take on our environment.
Yeah.
Yes, very much. Our whole North Fork feel.
Yeah. And whenever I travel, like I was just in Jackson Hole in September for a mural. So instead of maybe doing whales, I ended up doing a giant elk, because they have like the big elk refuge there. So it's really like wherever I am, I kind of try to immerse myself in the natural environment and the community and get like a good feel.
Well,
Tell us how you got. Sorry, Lauren. Tell us a little bit about some of the music festivals that you've done and how you've gotten involved with that, because that's like a whole other side of the business, really.
Yeah, so the main one that I do is Levitate Music Festival. It's in Marshfield, Massachusetts. It's super cool. It's run by the Levitate. It's like a surf skate shop. Amazing clothing in Marshfield. And they were the first people to ask me, and I do like a 25-foot live chalkboard wall during the festival, so people can come watch me and then take pictures when it's done. And then it's nice because it's like as ephemeral as the festival, right? You're there for the experience, you're enjoying it, you have the memories, and then it gets erased by the weather.
Just crazy. So
it's
much
fun. I
effort.
really enjoy
I love that you were able to let go of it so peacefully. It's just like there was no cringing when you said it, and then it gets erased by the weather. I would just be like, oh my God, a 25-foot mural that I just spent how much time creating, and just like it rained.
Yeah, it's nice. It's nice for me. I think it reminds me, you know, I think as human beings, we're easy to forget, right? Like easy, you have to keep reminding yourself that it's okay, and like that, you know, the past is the past and you're grateful for it, for where you are now. But yeah, I have to keep reminding myself to be in that present moment, and my work helps me do that, especially the chalk work.
Kara, I must say, for such a young girl, you have such an old soul, and I just love it. I resonate with everything you're talking about. Are there any
Don't make
plans
me
in the
cry.
are there any plans in the near future to have one of these? I don't know what you call it. I don't want to,
The chalk,
create a chalk art and erase it of letting go. I don't know what
the chalk
talk
art
about.
of letting go.
Yes.
Not right now because of COVID. Really couldn't like do that. Have a bunch of people like touching the same sponge and like erasing. I have like some ideas to maybe try to do it digitally, and looking for someone to maybe help me film it, like put it together. But
Um, if you look to the left of you that way, there's a woman who does the North Fork Affairs. I'm sure she will be able to come up with some amazing ideas of how to pull
well,
this off. That is something I would definitely be interested in.
keep that in there. I'm
I
pretty like
will.
right now, but I'm thinking in the winter it'd be nice to offer it again in some way.
Yes. Well, in May, a North Fork Affair is starting to put together a series of, I don't want to call them workshops, I'm not really sure, but of kind of leaning towards that, what I do at Ms. Tracy Kessler, of like really looking at our lives, living presently, just acceptance and all of that sort of stuff. So I feel like this is a very good synergy we've got going here. We should definitely talk about this.
Cool. Yay.
Well, I know I have my ornament. My tree is not up yet, but it will be on there, and I'm super excited to see you this weekend. I know you're around town, so you're gonna be at Darts tomorrow. Today you're at where again this afternoon?
Santa's Christmas Tree Farm, 2 to 5.
Everyone go early because you need to get some parking. It's gonna be a little crazy, but it's a vibe and it's gonna be worth it.
And then tomorrow is the farmer's market where I am right now from 9 to 1, and then I'll be at Darts from 12 to 4.
Awesome. Oh, I wanted to ask you, so at the farmer's market, it's cold right now, obviously. So you're able to still paint on, obviously, the glass windows.
Degrees.
Say it again?
40 degrees is when paint.
The cutoff.
Yeah. So we're good. We're at like 43. Back outside.
Yeah, you got 3 degrees to go, so you're good.
Yeah. As long as it's 40 degrees, then you're good. And this is actually my first time doing color on the windows.
Oh,
Well, it looks amazing.
I've done black and white, like at Lombardi's or first, but now I'm like kind of obsessed with color on the windows.
I love it, and you match it. It's just again, it's so Kara.
Kara, you can come paint my windows anytime you're bored. Speaking of things going on this weekend, Lauren, do you want to do a quick plug-in for Cast and all the stuff that's going on for Festival of Trees?
So Festival of Trees starts tomorrow, officially kicks off. Of course, I don't know the timing off the top of my head, but we have 22 trees that are going to be auctioned off, and the profits will go to Cast. And I'm super excited. A lot of local artists, obviously Kara's involved, a lot of local businesses. So definitely stop by. It's at Treber Farms, right on the North Road. Can't miss it. And yeah, it will be there Saturday and Sunday.
I'll be there Sunday. I'll come right
I'll
on
be
the
there
train.
Sunday for a little.
And you can bid on Kara's. You can bid on Kara's tree. You can bid on Lauren's tree. You can bid on the other 20 trees that are there, and have a ready-to-go tree delivered to your home. I think it's either deliver or pick up, right? If you're local.
Exactly. You can pick it up if you'd like. Otherwise, Cass will be delivering them to your home, and then or your business. Actually, I think personally, my tree would look great in a business.
I love your tree, Lauren.
I love your tree, Kara.
I love all
It's
of
like,
it.
it's like not going to get into I don't know, I love you more fight right
It's
now.
my favorite color.
Well, guys, I'm so excited we did this today.
Thank you
Me
so much.
too. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming on, and thank you for sharing your journey. And we'll
You
we'll
beautiful
catch you
soul,
soon.
you.
Take care, ladies. Safe trip back,
See you
Tracy.
soon, girls.
Bye.
See everybody Sunday.
Yes, see
Bye.
you Sunday.